Well guys, there's been a lot done to the E28 so far, but we're in way over our heads right now. But let me show you all that I've done so far. So as you guys can see, the E28 is looking a lot different. There's no paint, no front bumpers. It's a lot of just stuff just torn apart. There's no trim on the sides of the car either anymore. And I've been kind of working away on this. I do apologize for not filming a lot of it. There's been just so much stuff that like I just wanted to do off camera just because I'm learning for the first time how to work on these cars, and one, I don't want to look like too much of an idiot, but two, it's just I just couldn't get my head into filming it and trying to figure it out at the same time. This thing has been making me rip my hair out with stuff, and I am in way over my head with this. But like I said, it's my first project car I've ever done, and it's given me a good run for my money so far. But yeah, let me run you through everything that I've done so far and what we're going to be doing in today's video. Also, I want to apologize. It's a little windy today and I live on a main road, so if the audio is just awful, I'm sorry. As you can see, we don't have any front bumpers anymore on here. We got those all taken off. We got all the paint sanded down on the entire car, so this thing's actually ready for primer, and that is what I'm hoping to at least start today, is starting to primer the car. So we're going to be masking everything off that I couldn't take off, and then we're going to start priming the car after we give it a good wash. But let me show you other things that I've done to it. Like I said, I got all the trim taken off. On the inside, I actually was able to buy a replacement piece of trim for there, and also on the passenger door there's this piece of trim here that I was able to find on eBay, which is awesome. I did get all the stuff to repair the dashboard, so on a video coming soon we will be learning how to rip the dashboard out and then repair all those cracks. So that will be a fun thing and a beast to learn. One thing I haven't been able to figure out yet is how to take the windshield wipers off, so I'm actually planning on just taping the crap out of these and hoping that it's fine and it doesn't get too much paint on it. Fingers crossed. Around back we got the wing taken off, and again everything sanded down. Got all the emblems and stuff taken apart, and all the liners and stuff in the toolkit down there. We did find a ton of condensation buildup in the trunk because I guess the weather stripping hasn't been keeping the water out, so all this stuff was rusted, and kind of scared that the liner is a bit moldy. So I hope that isn't the case. What we have to do today still is take the taillights off and the antenna for the radio off as well. So I got the taillights unplugged, and we have just 8mm sockets to undo. One of the things that have been giving me a pain is finding little things that I didn't expect to be rusted. So one of the bolts to remove the rear bumper is too rusted on, and I can't get it off, and I don't have a saw to cut it off. So the rear bumper, while we paint, is staying on. But also the black trim on top of the rear bumper, that has one bolt. There's 5 to hold it on. There's one bolt that's too rusted also. And I don't have anything to cut that off either. So we're gonna try to just mask around it. Actually, we're probably going to paint these. And I'll explain to you why in a second. We took all the old faded like trim that looked just rusty all around the window out, so it just has the black look instead. We took the side strakes off, which from my announcement video, this one actually fell off. So I need to order a new side strake, but to get 2 replacement ones is like 80 bucks, so it's really not that expensive. Up here in my garage, I have a ton of parts strewn throughout and down here. But my plan is, with these bumpers and stuff, and we got the grills right there and the headlight surrounds there, is we're actually going to be painting all of the trim and bumpers a gloss black. I haven't seen any E28 with a full gloss black thing. Everybody leaves chrome trim on the car, but we're going to be doing all of it gloss black, so that's going to be really cool. And yeah, I've never just seen an E28 build with the full gloss black trim. Everybody leaves the chrome, and I don't know why. So we're going to be doing that British Racing green with the gloss black, and it's going to look so good. That's the plan. And yeah, I'm even including the kidney grills too. We're taking all the chrome off. I'm going to use some body filler to fill the cracks that are on this, and then we're painting these gloss black too, because I just want that clean green and gloss black look. So this is gonna be such a clean build, even though, like I said, this is the first project car. It's a $1,000 car, and I think total in it we're gonna be like $2,000 in. It's really not that bad. Yeah, so we're gonna start with cleaning the car, and then we're gonna start masking it off. So let's get to that. But first we're gonna wash the car really well, and then we're gonna just start masking everything that we don't want paint on. We have some plastic wrap and tape over here, and get going. So let me put you up and let's wash this car. All nice and dry. Nice clean surface to paint on. Now we're gonna start removing these taillights, which are pretty easy. It's just these 8mm nuts. Right here, there's 4 of them. And then it should just pop right out. I got the taillights removed. Not too hard. But here are the taillights. These weather strips have seen better days. And for this one, you can see the stripping's pretty broken up there, but again, it's a 40-year-old car. What do you expect? But yeah, we're at the point now where we can start taping stuff off. So I'm gonna start doing that. Cue the time lapse. Now we got the windows all masked and taped on this side, and the door handles and the lock. We got the tape around this stuff here. Now we're just gonna put the plastic wrap on the windshield, and then have to do everything again on the other side, and then mask off these holes here, and mask off the back window and the headlights. So I'm wondering if all the masking and tape stuff, this is taking me like over an hour just to do that side, if that's going to be a tonight thing, and then we'll pick up again in the morning and then start painting, and we'll just do another wipe down of the car and then start the painting process. I'm kind of guessing that's what's going to actually happen, so I guess we'll just try to get as far as we can tonight with the masking and taping, and I'm not going to bore you with all of that process. And then I'm guessing we'll pick up again tomorrow morning, and then we'll start painting this car. So I'm so excited to start just seeing this thing start coming together and be one solid color again, which would be great. So yeah, let's pick up again in the morning. Good morning. It is the next day. We got the car all wrapped up, so check it out.
Got all the plastic on everything. The windows wrapped up, handles locked, wires. We are all set to go. Windshield wipers, I couldn't figure out how to take these off, so we just taped them off.
I'm kind of happy that we waited till today to start priming, because there's like no wind and it's actually like perfect temperature outside, so it's actually just like a perfect day to do this. So I'm excited to get started. We're just gonna do a quick like wipe down of the car, make sure there's no dust that got on the car overnight under the paint. So we're just gonna get some microfibers, wipe it down, and then we're ready to start rolling. And so let's wipe this thing down and let's get going. And also, sorry if I sound weird, I woke up with a cold, so thumbs up for that. But it's not gonna stop us. We're gonna finish this car today. Let's go. All right, we got it all wiped down, and so what we're going to be using today is a primer filler. Got this stuff right here because there's a lot of just like dings and scratches and whatnot, so this is going to fill it up. And then after we have the whole car sprayed with it, we're going to do about 3 coats, so we're going to let it dry in between.
and then we're gonna go through with 320 sandpaper, sand it all down, and we'll have a nice solid finish across the whole car. So this will look absolutely awesome. Oh, but on the back of the car, we are going to be using a adhesion promoter on the plastics and stuff back here, because primer doesn't like stick, and just paint in general just doesn't stick to plastic very good without an adhesion promoter. So I'm gonna be spraying that onto those plastics real quick, and then we'll get going. So yeah, let's put this guy on. Alright, we got the first coat of primer done all around the car. That took actually more cans than I was expecting, so I'm probably gonna have to go to the store and buy more. It took about 3 cans to do the whole car for the first coat, but I feel like the first coat's the hardest one, and requires the most. But it already looks pretty good with it. Not the most consistent job in the world, but you know, it's the first time we've ever done it, so I'm okay with it being not consistent, but that's what we're gonna sand it for to make sure it's a little better. All right, so we are now on day 3, actually. I started going on day 2, and it got way too windy for me to keep painting, so we just wrapped up all of the painting, actually. It doesn't look, keep in mind, it's my first time ever, so it's not going to be professional grade. All right, see how the sun here is too bright. It's not gonna be professional grade. There's probably gonna be some lines in there, but I think I did decent. But also keep in mind I used a primer filler for one of the layers, and so there's like ridges popped up with just the material inside, and that's all gonna be sanded down because the next step is to sand the car. But check this out. So I know it's a little winding and tricky, but again, if you actually come up close to it, it's not the color, it's the texture, just like catching light different and like throwing a shadow, where like this side looks way more even, but it looks even from this angle but not from that angle because of the light hitting this textured stuff and the stuff that texture stuff in the primer that needs to be sanded down. So we'll be sanding that down next, and we're gonna let this dry for a little bit before we do that. So yeah, we'll let this dry for a couple hours, and then we'll bust out the orbital sander and give this a nice smooth finish, and we're done. We can start unwrapping it. So with the sander, we are actually going to be using 320 grit sandpaper, and I just did a little test spot on here and got this nice and smooth. I'm not sure if you can hear the difference of this compared to how rough the stuff is. So that makes a nice difference. So it's just a really quick pass, so this shouldn't take very long to get the whole car all smoothed out. But let's get going and just get all this primer smooth, and the finish is gonna look so nice. And on these cracks, like on the edges, we're just gonna be using our hands, and we're just gonna hand sand all that and just get a nice clean finish. So let's get sanding away. We did it. It is finally done. It is nice and smoothly sanded. All the panels are good to go. I'm sorry if it's windy, but everything nice and smooth, all done. It took 3 days to do all that, just to, yeah, a lot of work. But car is sanded, it is done, and now the next step is going to be to paint all of the trim and just accessory pieces the gloss black. So that'll be next video, getting all those prepped, cleaned, degreased, and then painted. And then hopefully while we're doing that, we have the vinyl material on order. Then we can start wrapping this guy, which after it's wrapped and all those are painted, we piece it back together, the car's pretty much done. And then we can start deciding if we want to do some performance stuff to it, or I do want to buy some nice BBS wheels for it too, so we can start working on saving up for that. But yeah, we are done with the E28. I need to take all the plastic off. Poor guy. He looks so happy without the grill on though. But that will wrap up today's video. I hope you guys are liking the E28 build so far. I'm really excited to get this thing with the vinyl wrap on, gloss black accents. It's gonna look so clean. I'm so excited to finish up this build. But let me know what you guys think I should be doing to the E28. If there's anything that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to see me do, let me know down below. But that's gonna wrap up today's video. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Peace.